ん、こんにちは。金曜日、インタビューの日です。今日もソニアさんに来ていただいています。Thank you, Sonia, for coming here.
You're welcome.
Well, today I'd like to ask you more questions. Number one,
Yeah.
have you ever eaten Japanese food in Germany?
No.
No!
No. There are, and first of all, I'm, over one half a century old. And back then, when I grew up, the first foreign restaurants was Italian.
Oh,
When the guest workers came to Germany and work there.
yeah.
So we were first exposed to Italian food with pizza and noodle dishes, etc. And then came the guest workers from Turkey.
Oh.
They brought over the döner and kebab and their food. And so that was, and then came the people from Greece.
Oh.
Also, they brought their food. So when we went out to eat, it was either German, Italian, Turkish, or Greece, or from Greek.
See, yeah.
And
No Japanese.
no Japanese. I've never, not in my hometown, there was no Japanese. There were maybe, there were some Chinese restaurants, but I've never had Japanese food. Here in Asheville,
Yeah.
I went a couple times to a Japanese restaurant.
Oh.
And also, I believe because sushi has become popular all over the world,
Yes.
that you also will have, sushi in Germany, maybe some more restaurants now,
Yes.
So, but no, you have to cook for me one time.
Well, then, I guess you never watched Japanese animation.
No, don't know anything about it. Is that very popular in Japan?
Uh, 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 I think, I don't know how long ago, but maybe 10 years ago or so, I've heard some people watching in different countries. Could be more than 10 years, maybe 20 years ago or so. But when you were growing up, I think there was no Japanese TV programs in your country, I guess.
No.
Yeah. Well, I understand that. Okay, then next one, it's about school. Um, everybody goes to elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Then after that, how do they go?
It's a little bit different than compared to America. In America, there is elementary school, middle school, high school.
Right.
In Germany, there's public school, elementary school until the fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade. And then you can pick. Either you go to the gymnasium, then it's from the fifth grade to 13th grade. You have 8 years. And with that degree, you can apply for university.
Oh.
So otherwise, if you are maybe don't want to study, or maybe you're not as good in school, you have two more options. One is the Realschule, which is six more years,
Yes.
and Hauptschule, with is 5 more years. And with this, you cannot go to the university.
Wow.
But normally, when you're 15, 16 years old, what you will do when you finish with that school, you will apply for apprenticeship.
Oh.
And that is a very old tradition in Germany, which is not so much over here in the United States. Because, for centuries and centuries, every trade,
Yes.
you had to do your apprenticeship. But now also in Germany, if you work for an insurance and you did not study, you have to go and have an apprenticeship, and that lasts between 2 and 3 years. And you will go always 6 weeks to school, and 6 weeks you will be learning on the job, and that alternates, back and forth. So when I left school earlier, I had an apprenticeship in a bank.
Oh.
And so I was for 2.5 years, I went to banking school and I was, working in the bank. So that's why most people have to be in school till 17th or 18th, and it's just you need to have an apprenticeship or you have to go to university.
Well, you can't decide when you are fourth grade
No.
what you're going to do. Then, if, for instance, if I don't want to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
I will take a different path. Then, suddenly, when I was 17, for instance, 16 or 17, I'd like to go to college. Then can I? Can I do that?
Well, I went to the gymnasium, but on the 11th grade, I left. And I
Yes.
did my apprenticeship in the bank.
Yes.
A couple years when I was working at the bank, I decided, I want to study psychology.
Oh.
And so then you can go back to school and just finish the remaining years in school as an adult.
I see.
So then you're in class with a lot of people who come from different jobs, and and then you have to have your exams, and also there are not so many places, not enough places the universities for all the students. So you have to, for medicine, psychology, and other, you have to be really, really excellent with your score in order to apply. Otherwise, you just have to wait for some years sometimes.
Well, but I'm glad to hear that there is a way you can
Yes.
change it.
Yes, there is a way.
Oh, good. I'm glad because otherwise, I have no idea what I wanted to
No,
do.
nobody has idea. Sometimes it's also depends on the economical background, that or that they were not so much supported by the parents, and that they may be a little bit behind, that they say, okay, this school is a little bit too much because it's a very high academic, what do you call it?
Yeah, academically it's too high,
Right.
so
You just go, for the more
different.
practical
Yes,
schools.
school. Yeah, you can change. Well,
Right.
I'm glad there is freedom to do that.
Right.
If something is just fixed, it's so hard to
I would not even know what I want to be when I grow up when I was 18.
Well, then I like to ask you about English.
Okay.
To me, I don't know German very much. Just 2 sentences. Ich bin Studentin. Oh, somebody's here. Well,
With balloon.
oh my goodness.